Joong-ki seen outside the hospital after Song Hye-kyo's delivery, but what really happened in those tense, unforgettable moments? Was it pure coincidence? Or is there a deeper story that could change everything we thought we knew? Join Red Carpet Revealed as we uncover the truth behind the scene that left fans stunned, starting now. It was late afternoon in Seoul when the whispers began, soft at first. Confined to the corridors of an upscale private hospital in Gangnam. Outside, the winter air carried the scent of roasted chestnuts from a street vendor across the road. But beneath the warm fragrance lay a hum of tension. Nurses in pastel scrubs moved briskly through the sliding glass doors. Families waited on benches, clutching paper cups of coffee. Their conversations barely masking the quiet sense that something extraordinary was happening behind those walls. Then someone noticed him. A tall figure, standing slightly apart from the entrance, wearing a charcoal wool coat that brushed against his knees. The collar pulled up against the chill. A black scarf framed his face. And beneath the shadow of his hair, there was no mistaking those sharp, familiar features. Song Joong-ki. For a moment, no one quite processed it. Cameras didn't immediately flash. Fans didn't instantly scream. The sight was too surreal. After all, this was the same Song Joong-ki who had shared a globally celebrated love story with Song Hye-kyo. From their whirlwind romance to their lavish wedding in 2017. And later, their painful, very public divorce in 2019. They had moved on, or so the world thought. He had remarried, she had kept her personal life guarded. Her pregnancy a rumor until it was confirmed only months ago. And now, on the very day she was reported to have given birth, here he was, standing outside her hospital. He wasn't accompanied by a flashy entourage. Just one assistant, lingering several feet away, and what appeared to be a paper shopping bag in his hand. He shifted his weight from one foot to the other, eyes occasionally flicking toward the hospital entrance. Waiting for someone or something. It took only a few seconds for the scene to spread beyond the hospital grounds. A nurse on break, recognizing him instantly, sent a quick message to a friend. A passerby snapped a discreet photo from across the street. Within 20 minutes, the first images hit social media. Spotted, Song Joong-ki outside Gangnam Hospital today. Same place where Song Hye-kyo is rumored to have delivered her baby. The reaction was instantaneous. Fans flooded the comments sections, some in disbelief, already crafting theories. Was it a coincidence? Was he visiting someone else? Or was there a deeper connection the public had never been told? To understand why this sighting ignited such a frenzy, you have to rewind to the days leading up to it. Reports of Song Hye-kyo's delivery had been hushed, shared only in certain industry circles. He had managed to keep her pregnancy mostly out of the headlines. And when it was confirmed, it was without fanfare, no flashy photoshoots, no interviews. Just a quiet acknowledgement from her agency. Her due date, like most things in her private life, was kept secret. And yet, here he was. The few who witnessed it firsthand described the moment with vivid detail. He looked calm, but also a little nervous. One looker told a gossip blog. It wasn't like he was trying to hide, he just stood there. At the entrance, holding that bag. I couldn't tell if he was about to go in or had just come out. Some claimed they saw him speak briefly to a hospital staff member, nodding before stepping back to his place. Others swore they saw a hint of a smile cross his face when the sliding doors opened and a woman in a white coat emerged, handing him what appeared to be a small envelope. That single envelope became its own mystery. What could it have contained? A note from Song Hye-kyo? A birth announcement? Hospital paperwork? Theories multiplied by the hour. By nightfall, the hashtag Song reunion had climbed into the top trending topics in Korea. By hospital scene in Joong-ki, the fan communities that had once adored the Song couple from Descendants of the Sun came roaring back to life. Message boards lit up with old wedding photos, drama stills, and bittersweet reminiscences. Yet the online world wasn't unified in its reaction. Some fans, protective of both stars, urged caution. Don't know the context, one wrote. Let's not jump to conclusions and create unnecessary rumors. Others were less restrained, interpreting his presence as an unmistakable sign of lingering connection. You don't just show up at your ex-wife's hospital by accident. A fan posted bluntly. News outlets scrambled to verify the sighting. By the following morning, tabloid headlines screamed the story across their front pages. Joong-ki at Hye-kyo's hospital, coincidence or destiny? Morning talk shows replayed the grainy fan photos while panelists debated what they meant. One entertainment journalist suggested he could have been there for a completely unrelated reason. Another countered, the timing is too perfect. He didn't want speculation. He wouldn't have chosen that moment to be there. Still, the question remained, what exactly had brought him there? The answer, or at least pieces of it, began to emerge 2 days later, when a source claiming to be a hospital employee spoke to a popular entertainment blog. The source, who requested anonymity, confirmed that Song Joong-ki had indeed been at the hospital on the day of Song Hye-kyo's delivery. He wasn't there long, the source said. Came in quietly. Didn't cause a scene. Seemed very respectful of everyone's privacy. Pressed about whether he visited Song Hye-kyo directly, the source hesitated. I can't speak to that, they replied. But I can say that he was carrying a small gift bag when he arrived. And he left with only the envelope. The image of that gift bag took on new meaning. Fans speculated endlessly about its contents. Was it a congratulatory card, a baby gift? Something more personal? Meanwhile, a short video clip surfaced online. Taken from a distance. It showed Joong-ki walking briskly from the hospital entrance to a waiting black van. The bag was gone. The envelope tucked under his arm. Reached the van. He glanced briefly toward the hospital again before stepping inside. The clip was only a few seconds long. It spread like wildfire, reigniting the conversation. Commentators weighed in on talk shows, connecting everything from his body language to his choice of clothing. A body language expert suggested his posture indicated a sense of purpose, not casual visiting. Veteran journalists speculated that his presence might reflect a long-standing respect for his past relationship. Regardless of their divorce, both agencies were eventually forced to respond. Song Joong-ki's side released a brief statement, Mr. Song Joong-ki was at the hospital for personal reasons. We ask for the public's understanding that we cannot comment further. Song Hye-kyo's agency echoed the sentiment, neither confirming nor denying any direct interaction between the two. If their goal was to cool the speculation, it failed. The vague statements only deepened the intrigue. Fans clung to every unspoken possibility. And the song couple hashtags continued to trend in multiple countries. In the days that followed, more witnesses came forward. A delivery driver claimed he saw Joong-ki's van parked discreetly in the hospital's underground lot for over an hour. Another said he noticed a bouquet of white lilies being carried into the maternity ward earlier that day, though no one could confirm who had sent them. The emotional weight of the story wasn't lost on the public. For many, the sight of Joong-ki outside that hospital felt like the collision of two timelines, past and present, compressing into one poignant moment. It was a reminder of the highs and lows the pair had shared, and perhaps, of the quiet humanity that exists beyond the glare of fame. Even in the absence of answers, the fascination endured. Fans began creating their own interpretations of the scene through art, fan fiction, and video edits. Some painted it as the bittersweet reunion of two people whose love had simply taken a different path. Others imagined it as the silent beginning of a new chapter. Later, the buzz had mostly subsided, replaced by fresh headlines in the ever-turning wheel of K-entertainment. Yet for those who saw it, and for the millions more who followed the story online, the image of Song Joong-ki standing outside that hospital would remain unforgettable, a moment suspended in ambiguity, charged with history, alive with possibilities. Because in the end, maybe the truth didn't matter as much as what the scene represented, that even after years apart, and even when lives take different directions, can still be moments of connection that make the whole world stop and wonder. Thank you for reading. We truly appreciate you joining us for this deep dive into a moment that captivated fans worldwide. Your curiosity, passion, and support inspire Red Carpet Revealed to continue bringing you the stories that stir emotions and spark conversation. Until the next headline breaks. Thank you for being part of this journey with us.